In this video, I'll show you how to do Chroma streaming, and this will work for your local PC or on the cloud. The cloud can be Game Pass, Geforce Now, or Luna, all the Windows platforms. Okay, and we'll start with the C++ Chroma sample app. This has all the sample effects from the Chroma design guide. This is a visual API guide, along with a bunch of plugin links and information. It'll show you the various ways to create Chroma animations. And you can see the various devices here showing the Chroma animations. Okay, so design guide, the C++ sample, we'll use a couple different libraries. So there's a set of libraries for working on Windows PC. And there's a set of libraries for working on the cloud. So I'll show both of these. Okay, so we'll start with Visual Studio for this sample app. And I'll build release 64-bit. Okay, so building for 64-bit. In the release folder we'll have the exe. And for the build folder, we actually also want the animation subfolder to go with it. Okay. In the final build, you only need the 64-bit Chroma editor library, and I'll just remove the 32-bit ones that got copied in. Okay. And here's the C++ sample app, and I'll just run an effect here and turn on the emulator here. So with this sample app, you can see there's a bunch of different effects that correspond to the guide. We had that fish one. There we go. So the sample app has the Chroma effects from that guide, and that's effects 1 through 47. And then there's the section at the top, which shows some of the streaming features. And before I get into that, I'll go back to the GitHub release page. Okay, so within GitHub releases the Chroma editor library. So this is where you would grab the latest version of the Windows PC build and the Windows Cloud build, and there's a set of DLLs that goes with each. I'll start with the Windows PC because that's the regular version, the non-cloud version. Okay, so we'll start with the build folder, and then I downloaded the Windows PC libraries here, and so we can just copy in the Chroma editor library 64-bit DLL and put that in our 64-bit build folder. And with the animations here, I can run the application. There we go. And we can see the effects are playing on our Chroma devices. Okay. So now to enable streaming, the first step is all the way at the top here, and I can navigate with the arrow keys, and we'll want to request a shortcode to authorize broadcasting of our stream. So I'll just press enter, and here we got a little shortcode, and I'll just copy that. And if we go over to the Razer streaming portal, you can create a new stream source, or I'll just edit an existing one. Okay, and for a second, I'll just hide these devices. Okay, so we want to authorize that streaming code. So I added a stream source, and I'll make it click through. Okay, so I'll authorize the stream code, and I can paste it right in. Okay, and when I authorized, it automatically set the game name, through the API, and now our application is allowed to broadcast to the stream source. And you can link the stream source to a bunch of your different social streaming platforms. I've linked it with Twitch here. Just make sure that it's live when you broadcast so that users can see your stream. And I'm on the Windows PC build, so the PC stream source has been selected. Okay. Now if we go back over to the sample, I can do the next step, which is down arrow and get the stream key. So the stream key is this stream source here. It's the ID that we will broadcast to. And in order to broadcast, we also need to get the stream key. And for getting the ID and key, we're just sending the shortcode over, and we've already associated it with the stream when we authorized it. Okay, so I'll get the stream key. Now, when you're streaming, for whatever reason, if you've ever displayed your stream key and need to change it, just go ahead and delete the stream, and then create a new one, and it'll get a new stream key. And typically in your application, you wouldn't be displaying the stream key. It's only displayed for the sample app for testing purposes. Okay, and now that I've got the stream key, I'm authorized to broadcast. And so that nobody else can use the shortcode to get the stream, and this will expire in 5 minutes anyways, I can just release the shortcode. And now using the code, it will no longer give anyone the ID association or the key. Okay, so now on to broadcasting. So next step, if I go to broadcast and press enter, okay, as soon as I did that, you can see the status up here, and I'm in broadcasting mode, and you can see in the portal this little red dot appeared, and that's because the stream is being broadcast. And if I open another window on the portal, so I'll just click here, our stream will now appear on the landing page, and it's going to display the thumbnail that's associated with your game. So typically with a game, instead of this default icon, it would show the thumbnail of the game. And then the list of social platforms that I've entered, or channels. The channels will display in the drop down, and you can set a default for the default one that will appear. Okay, and when we click this icon next to the drop down, it will automatically open up the channel. Now, I'm not currently broadcasting, but you can. Streaming Chroma will work whether you're broadcasting the video or not. You can broadcast Chroma independent of broadcasting video. If you want to see both, you'll just broadcast both, and you can use your regular OBS or whatever streaming tools you use normally. Okay, so this is the streaming watch page. It has a video embed. You can favorite your streamer or favorite the game, and below it shows the current status. We can see the status up here up in the navigation bar. We're currently broadcasting, and that is linked with our sample app. So if we end the broadcast, we go back to ready status, and then the page automatically will watch any streams. Okay, and when we ended the broadcast, the page automatically started watching. So we can go down here and through the API stop watching, and the page will automatically start watching. So we can do something called set focus, and that basically will take over the auto watching of the page. And now we can stop watching. There we go. So currently the page will stop auto watching if you manually turn off the Chroma toggle. And as soon as you refresh, it'll automatically start watching the channel if it's not broadcasting. Okay, So while we're broadcasting, on another machine, if they're on the watch page, it's going to display the Chroma data that we're currently broadcasting. So if I go to Effect 47, here we go. So on the second machine, you would see Chroma streaming across, just like you see on the streamer computer. Okay, so this is for the PC build. If I hit Escape, that will exit the sample app. And so this is broadcasting from a Windows PC. Your build can also run on cloud gaming. So that was the Luna, Game Pass, Geforce Now. So those are also Windows based, but out in the cloud, on the instance, it won't have Synapse installed, so you'll use a different set of libraries. Alright, so I'll show how to set that up now. We'll be going back to our stream source in a minute here. For cloud gaming, we can turn off the emulator because you won't see anything on the PC when those are running. You'll see it on the PC that's watching. I'll actually bring that back. Okay, so I'll keep the emulator. I'll turn it back on in a second. We can use that for watching cloud streaming. I'm just going to save my stream here, and it's showing we're in the broadcast state, so I'll actually toggle this off. So whether you're controlling this in the portal or controlling this via the SDK, these states are linked. Okay. So, cloud gaming. Alright. So we have our build here. We're currently using the Windows PC version of the Chroma Editor DLL, and we need to switch to the cloud version. So that was available in the GitHub releases. So Windows PC will switch over to the Windows Cloud build, which is a different set of DLLs. Okay, so we need the release folder, and I've downloaded the Windows Cloud build. And for 64-bit, we want the 64-bit Chroma editor. We want the 64-bit cloud version of the Chroma SDK, and the 64-bit cloud version of the Chroma Stream plugin. Alright, I'll copy that and paste that into the build folder. And now we enabled the build for cloud. Okay, so if I run the executable, again, same app, just using a different set of DLLs. And if I play the effects, like 47, if I show the emulator, you can see nothing is happening because this is the cloud version of the Chroma emulator. It's not playing anything on the local hardware because you don't have local hardware in the cloud, but it can stream the Chroma events through the cloud and get to a local PC with connected hardware. Okay, so we'll be able to see that work. So the first step is go to the top. Okay, so for cloud, we need to switch the platform. We can use the P key to switch platforms, and we can select Luna, Geforce Now, Game Pass. If you have it on PC, that wouldn't work for the cloud, so just do a cloud platform. So let's do Geforce Now and press enter to get the shortcode. There we go, and I'll just copy this code and back to the streaming portal. We need to create a stream source or edit an existing one. I'll just hide the emulator for a second. Okay, so authorize the shortcode, paste it in. Okay, so it automatically set the game title. You would get the thumbnail associated with that game. And the source of the stream source you can see that switch to other, and you can see down here we're currently on Geforce Now. Okay. So now that we've authorized the stream, I can request the stream ID. Okay, and I need the stream key to broadcast to it, and we can release the shortcode so that nobody else can get our ID or key. And now I can start broadcasting. Okay, so we can see the status went from ready to broadcasting, and I'll play an effect like 47. Okay, so currently we are playing the Chroma effect 47, but on a cloud instance and on the local hardware through the Chroma emulator here, we see no effects because it's just broadcasting those effects through the stream. If we want to see those, we can click the button here, and that'll bring us to the watch page. Okay, and you can see the status. We're now watching the stream. It went to the green, and after about 10 seconds, when it's completed buffering, we can see that the Chroma effect is now coming from the cloud instance. So this can run on another machine, and on our Chroma connected device, on our local machine, we can see the Chroma effects that are coming from the cloud. And once buffering is completed, you'll see instantaneously that the effects will change. So if I switch to effect 1, there we go. You can see that the change happened pretty quick. Okay, so these effects are running and sending Chroma data through the cloud. So you can see it on the local connected hardware of the viewers watching the stream. Okay, so more about the sample app. If I go up to broadcast, so we're currently broadcasting. We see the status. We can also end the broadcast. And you can see that instantly starts showing data on the viewer's machine. Broadcast again. There we go. It's broadcasting. And you can end the broadcast. Okay, so your stream source will show in the landing page for up to 5 minutes after you've stopped broadcasting. Just in case you have a connectivity issue and you drop out or whatever, and you might still, be coming back or whatever. For the cloud version of the Chroma editor library, it doesn't make any sense for watch and get focus and set focus for the cloud. So these methods are kind of a no-op. They're disabled in the cloud DLL. But you can broadcast, you can authenticate your stream, and you can do all the same. The API is the same for doing Chroma effects for Windows PC and cloud. Okay, so for packaging, you're going to have a different version of PC. So your PC builds will use the Windows PC. It'll only include the Windows PC version of the Chroma editor library, and you don't include the RZ Chroma SDK or the RZ Chroma Stream plugin in your Windows PC build. And in your cloud gaming builds, you include the Chroma editor library, the RZ Chroma SDK, and the RZ Chrome Stream plugin. And you'll use the 32-bit versions or 64-bit versions depending on your build platform. Okay, so that was an overview of the C++ Chroma sample app and how to stream on Windows PC and how to stream on Windows Cloud. Thanks for watching.